From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We were able to see a lot of sunshine across portions of mid-Michigan today. Satellite and radar still shows partly cloudy conditions across our area. Notice to our west and to our north, though, we do have a couple of snow showers. Nothing in terms of precipitation in our forecast, however. Temperatures 30 degrees in Lansing and Charlotte, 28 down in Jackson and Hillsdale. Overnight lows will fall down into the low 20s. Wind chill temperatures by the time we wake up tomorrow morning will be in the mid to upper teens. We have another dry day in the forecast, but then eventually the chance for snow will return. 6 News at 5:30 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 5:30.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepper. Let's start the clock in our first 6 minutes of news. And first up tonight, winter weather rolled across Michigan over the weekend, and I-94 in the southwest part of the state was shut down this afternoon because of a pileup. State police say at least 17 vehicles were involved in the large crash. 3 of those were tractor trailers. There's just 1 injury reported so far, and officials say that person was critically hurt. Police say the crashes were caused by people driving too fast for the snowy conditions. State police say there were 15 other slide-offs not related to this pileup. In court today, Jennifer Crumbley, the mom of the teenager who killed 4 people at Oxford in 2021, is asking for her conviction to be overturned. She's serving 10 to 15 years in prison for not taking action to stop the deadly shooting in which 7 other people were injured. Her husband, James Crumbley, received a similar sentence. Jennifer's attorney argues the case against her was full of errors and not fair to his client. In response to today's filing, Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald says the parents ignored the obvious signs that their son was in crisis. In Lansing, the Michigan Supreme Court ruled today and denied the appeal of Christopher Schur, the former Grand Rapids police officer charged with murdering Patrick Lyoya in 2022. Today's ruling clears the way for a criminal trial to begin. 2 years ago, Schur shot and killed Lyoya during a traffic stop. Video shows Lyoya running away before they struggle over the officer's taser. Schur was on top of Lyoya, trying to hold him down, and shot him in the back of the head. Prosecutors say they plan to move quickly on the case now that the state Supreme Court has ruled. In more legal news, former Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson was ordered to be released from custody in Illinois today. He's accused of murdering Sonia Massey after the woman called police for help because she thought there was a prowler outside of her home back in July. In body camera video, Massey can be seen moving a pot of hot water from a stove. The officer yelled commands at Massey, who ducked, and Grayson shot her in the head. An Illinois appellate court found Grayson was improperly detained because they say he is not a danger to the community.
It's a continuous reminder that our lives don't matter, and that's why we continue to stand up and say that Black lives matter.
Prosecutors are appealing the decision. Meanwhile, a circuit court judge will hold a hearing on Friday to determine the conditions of Grayson's release. And in New York, closing arguments began today in the trial of Daniel Penny. He's the man charged with negligent homicide in the death of Jordan Neely on a subway train last year. The Marine Corps veteran says he was acting to protect other passengers from a belligerent homeless man. But some witnesses at the scene dispute that Neely was a danger to anyone. Video from a witness shows Penny putting Neely in a chokehold. Today, Penny's lawyers asked jurors to put themselves in the place of someone on the subway who might have been afraid. Well, take a look at this. Police in the United Kingdom say the person driving that car deliberately hit the victim. The attack happened outside of a nightclub last year following a large fight. The person who was hit ended up with a large gash in their leg that required surgery. The driver was sentenced to 2 years and 10 months in prison. Well, this was the scene in the African nation of Guinea on Sunday as a panicked crowd of thousands tried to escape a soccer stadium. At least 56 people were killed in the chaos. Spectators were arguing with referees after a call at a soccer match, and the stampede happened as the chaos grew. The country is a tightly controlled military dictatorship, and numbers of the deaths and injured, it's still being verified. Today is Cyber Monday, and security experts are warning that while shoppers are scouring the internet searching for deals, scammers are lurking in the online shadows. The FBI reports that in 2022, more than 12,000 people said they were victims of holiday shopping scams, resulting in at least $73 million in losses for consumers. On CBS Mornings, the government's cybersecurity chief had tips on how shoppers can protect themselves.
So install your updates, right? All those devices where you see those annoying, you must update. What that's all about is security. And so what you need to do, update your devices to the latest protection and turn on your automatic updates. That way you don't have to do that. It'll just do it overnight.
In addition to updating software before shopping, Easterly says people should use strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, and use a secure Wi-Fi connection. Staying with holiday shopping, Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal held a news conference with health officials to present this year's Trouble in Toyland report. The annual list points out toys that officials say are dangerous and even deadly for children. This year, officials say knockoff toys from China have a higher chance of being dangerous.
To close the loophole that enables shipments direct to consumer from China. Anything in a shipment $800 or less in value goes directly across our border without any of the safeguards and standards that normally apply to toys.
Water beads and toys with button batteries are once again on the list, and toys with strong magnets and smart toys that connect to the internet are also being called out in this list. All the snow over the weekend was a welcome sight for the owners and operators of Michigan's winter sports venues, and that includes Bittersweet Ski Resort in Otsego, which opened for the season today. Staff members there were worried about warmer weather happening so late in the season this year, but with the weekend snowfall, people were back on the slopes. And finishing up our snowy first 6 minutes of news, a San Francisco 49ers fan went to a chilly football game when his team played the Buffalo Bills in New York on Sunday. He captured video showing what he says is the first snow game and his last one. He also said he doesn't know how people live like this. We live very happily in the winter weather here in Michigan, that's for sure.
Oh, yes, we do. I will say, though, I love football. I don't know if I love it that much to still go to that game there.
That one would looked a little uncomfortable, just a tad.
Yeah, just a tad bit too much. Now, we do have snow in our forecast, Siobhan, over the next few days. Not going to be nearly as much, but we'll be breaking down that next system in just a bit.